some teeth-gnashing news now of a couple who are surely due for a fall. This is the lucky winners of the lottery, right?
You know, my husband plays all the time, and I always do criticize him for it because it just seems like it's just a hopeless thing. But then this couple, this husband, I'll tell you his name now. We can announce the names. Joe Thwaite and his wife Jess. He'd been playing his whole life, and his kids had made fun of him at their breakfast table. You're never going to win, right?
Yeah.
And then here he is. He's won 184 million.
Which is, I mean, I would say that was a life-changing amount of money. That's probably.
It's hard to say with the heating bill.
But they got all the 7 numbers, including the Lucky Star numbers. They try to not tell people. They don't want their lives to change that dramatically, that quickly. But then friends started asking questions, and it just leaked out.
How much would you spend if you won that? Would you spend it all? Would you just try? Would you like buy something vast?
Stick it all in Bitcoin, just all in.
Right.
Really, really confident.
I would really want to double that money. And then
I'd pay my sister's mortgage. It might make her a bit more pleasant at Thanksgiving. I would try to I would buy my husband the car. He's always wanted. Brazilians are just obsessed with cars. Right. I don't know what I would do. I don't think I need that much.
No.
I give things away. I'm trying to get rid of stuff. I have too many things.
To me, it's not what would you spend it on, it's what would you do. I would immediately, obviously, buy a heavily armed bunker and go straight there. But they told everyone about it, which absolutely stuns me. I mean, I don't like telling people, you know, anything about me, and I've got nothing. Choice. I live like Lenny in The Simpsons with nothing. But you know, if you had 184 million, would you tell everyone?
Well, there's this brilliant couple in Brazil I follow online, and they rescue wild animals, and they have.
I was going to say, I mean, I might buy Lincolnshire.
Yeah.
And just convert it into a dog sanctuary.
I would.
You
That's
know,
my dad's hometown, so I would resist that.
And wilderness.
I would resist that quite strongly.
Actually, northern Lincolnshire would be dogs and southern Lincolnshire would be cats.
I would spend my winnings stopping that.
I think we have a comedy drama.
Can I just say, he found out that he'd won at 5:15. He woke up his sleeping wife to tell her he could have got out.
No, he didn't. He didn't. No, I read it as well. No, he didn't. He woke up at 5:15. He checked it online, and then he decided not to wake her.
No, he didn't wake her. No, I'm saying he didn't wake her.
He didn't wake her.
But then he told her about it when she I'm saying he had time to get out.
But he had
with
2
the money.
hours. He was just lying there thinking, oh, boy.
Yeah, he thought about it. Maybe.
I think that must have been. That will be a 2 hours.
I'm sure he's thought many times, having played for so long, what he would do with the money. And I wonder now having it's just a completely different thing.
Well, the reality is, and I don't say this to spoil their fun, but the truth is, all the statistics suggest, and it's quite an encouraging thing about humans generally, is that your happiness exists within a fairly narrow band. There are a few things you can do to elevate where par is, where that band exists. Meditation works, and funnily enough, things like fluoxetine do work quite well, but you know they have obviously some downsides. But events like this just don't work as a long-term shift. You bob up for about 6 months, and then you sort of come back down in 6 months' time. You're not like, oh, my God, I can't believe the money didn't make me any happier, but you're just the same as you were.
There was that statistic, wasn't there, that in London, if you earned under 80,000 a year, you were worried and unhappy about money. But above that, it didn't add to your happiness. But I would add, is this just propaganda from rich people? I'd like to test it. I'd like to be given the opportunity.
But there are some rich people, I mean, and I've met 1 or 2 in sort of events and things, you know, who are really untouched. It's water off the duck's back in a good way. They're not burdened by it. They're absolutely fine by it. I think it's that approach to life that has allowed them to become rich.
It might make you just more of who you are if it makes you anything. And it would make me go to Bali more often. I've never been, but I do want to go to Bali for a month.
Oh, that would be a great sort.
I'd like to have them pour warm sesame oil over me and just have young men walk over my body.
Scott, you can do that. You don't need 184 million. That costs about 10 quid.
Put on a VR headset and you can just have a cat do that for you.